Welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming. My name is Hillary Couture. Can you all hear me okay? And I just found out we have a special guest here, Raina Bradley. And she's from the mayor's office, so she's going to speak because the mayor is out of town right now. And she's going to say a few words on behalf of the mayor and some other things. So, Raina?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you all so much for being here. Mayor Henry does apologize that he could not make it this afternoon, as he is a part of his sister city's delegation that's currently in Vera, Germany. But he sends his best to all of you and wishes he could have been here for this special occasion. I am Raina Bradley, one of your Fort Wayne Public Arts Commissioners, and I'm here to make some brief remarks on behalf of Mayor Tom Henry and the city of Fort Wayne. First and foremost, the mayor wanted me to recognize and thank Hillary Couture for her work and contributions to the arts, and to let her know that he believes we're making a continued and lasting impact on the arts in our community. So thank you so much, Hillary. Yeah, we can clap. Fantastic. Second, we wanted to acknowledge that Fort Wayne prides itself on being a diverse city that is growing more so. Many of our residents care deeply about one another and appreciate and value the uniqueness that every member of our community brings to the workplace, schools, neighborhoods, parks, events, and all organizations that make up our city and metro region. Each person who calls Fort Wayne home is valuable. Third, we wanted to recognize the value of the arts, because the arts are an avenue where we as city and as individuals can honor the contributions that diverse peoples make to our community. Exhibits like this one that depict a wide variety of people, as well as those that center the perspectives of a wide variety of artists, help us come together to celebrate and elevate, to honor and recognize various cultures, identities, and interests. We are proud of our community's growing support and appreciation for the arts, and as a city, we continue to implement and work on an overall plan to expand and enhance local arts programming and offerings through public and private funding. Because we know that investing in the arts makes our community and region stronger and more viable in a global and competitive economy. And in part because we know how the arts impact quality of life for our families. According to Americans for the Arts, students engaged in arts are 5 times less likely to drop out of school because they're actually excited to be there. Crime falls in our neighborhoods when our youth are engaged in the arts. Young adults engaged in arts are more likely to vote, and every dollar invested in the arts saves 9 in other costs. So for all these reasons and more, it's imperative that art, culture, and diversity be prioritized. Again, I want to express our appreciation to Hillary and to thank all of you for being a part of this community, supporting the arts, and supporting one another. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Raina. Again, I want to welcome you. I'm so humbled to see everybody here. This is so exciting. I'm so grateful. As you see, this is probably different than what you were prepared to see. We have a lot of walls, and they're covered with stars, and that's what I have here today, are 50 stars. I'm not sure how many of my subjects were able to show up today, but instead of having these paintings showing right away, in history, it's always been that the wealthy, the noblemen, the presidents, those people are the ones that have been asked to have portraits painted throughout time. And today, we're seeing a resident of Fort Wayne that has made their own contribution to the community, and they're having their portrait painted, or they had their portrait painted. And I just wanted to lift all these people up and bring them here and give them the proper unveiling, just like a nobleman would have. And so behind all these fabric draped stars, there are paintings, and we're going to see them today. So what's going to happen is, first of all, I'm going to give you a very short talk about myself. Not very long, I promise. And then I'm going to call up the people from each wall, and they're going to stand in front of the painting, and then we're going to actually drop the drape and have an unveiling, and you're going to witness this with them for the first time. That isn't the only thing that's here today. So when you first walked in, there's a hat box with some earbuds, and the library's been kind enough to offer these earbuds to everyone. During the interviews where I had everyone come to my studio to be painted, I spent just a little bit of time asking each person to give me answers to 3 questions, which I videotaped. And so each painting has a QR code, and you'll be able to walk up to the painting with the earbuds on, scan the QR code, and watch them answer the questions. Things like, how did you choose Fort Wayne? What was the hardest thing to adjust to coming here? And things like that. So you all have the experience of looking at the painting and watching each person talk about things that have been important to them. And if you don't have the time or can't have the time, a little shameless publicity here. I also created a book, and the books have the QR codes in them. And the books are $20, and that includes the tax. And we have books available after the unveiling if you would care to purchase one of those. The other thing is there's a map right at the front door, and I put dots on each of the countries that were represented. And then a few of my wonderful friends brought some artifacts that were important to them about their country as well. So make sure that you have the audio and visual experience of partaking all of that stuff. And then lastly, I have asked everybody a question. Whose stories impacted them the most? Whose portraits impacted them the most? And I have little sticky notes where you can write it down and then just put it on the wall there, because I'd be curious to know what your thoughts were on that. So thank you for that. So a little bit about me. I've always been drawn to portraiture. People say, why portraits? Well, from my earliest beginnings, I've always desired a connection to people. My first interactions, as well as everyone else, is when you're laying in the crib, all you see is faces. And you yearn to understand what these faces are saying, but basically, you just can watch the expressions, and hopefully they're good expressions, and that's what you take with you. And that's what I tried to understand, because I had lots of time where I was abandoned and waited to have yearned to see those faces. Perhaps that's why I'm so passionate about painting portraits and telling stories through the paintings. Why did I do this project? Well, I've been personally affected by immigrant sentiments, or anti-immigrant sentiments. My grandparents came to this country during the Bolshevik Revolution. They were from Kiev, Russia. It's now Ukraine. But they witnessed some terrible things, and they came to the States to start a new life. I was born in the 50s, and I grew up with my grandparents, and we just never talked about our Russian heritage because it just wasn't looked kindly upon as kind of how things are today with being at war with Russia. It was the same situation with the Cold War back then. So we didn't really know, or we didn't really talk about our heritage, and I didn't really understand. And I regret that. And recently, I don't know how many of you actually had an opportunity to see a PBS special, Ken Banks produced. It was called The U.S. and the Holocaust. Did anyone else experience that? Pretty amazing, wasn't it? Very eye-opening and horrific. And it really brought it home for me because my grandmother couldn't come right to the States. She had 7 brothers and sisters, and they were all in different places. She was deported to Cuba and had to wait for sponsorship to come to the States. And then she met my grandfather here. And now I can understand a little bit because of that documentary of some of the trials that they had to endure and how for many times historically the United States has not been very welcoming to immigrants. And so I was hoping through this project that I could shine the light on that a little bit. And my goal in the project was to create an opportunity to forward discussions, to build empathy and awareness. So as you see these paintings, I want you to look at the faces and try to share the joy that they have in being here. Art is truly a catalyst for change. And now, without further ado, you're probably ready to see some of the work. So we're going to start with this wall over here, and I'm going to call out the people's names that are at that wall. Hopefully I have this order correct. So if you're here, starting with this first corner over here, I'd like to have John Tam, Raquel, Najla, Suan, Ani, and Thamay. If you're here, step up in front of the star paper, and we're going to pull it down and unveil these portraits for the first time. Ani is in our You'll all have more time to look at them in just a moment. Okay, the next wall right here, starting on my left, is Francisco, Nan from Thailand, Sandy, who is out of state right now, and Teresita. If you're here, please stand in the order, and we'll drop the drape. Several of these people aren't here today, but and now I'm going to go this direction.
Excuse me.
I'm going to do the solid walls first. Sunila. And then I have Irv and Fran Adler on this wall. And here we go. I know. I'm impressed. Fran just got back from back surgery. That's amazing. So here's Fran and Irv and Sunila. And then on this wall, starting here, I have Akeem, who's in the hospital. He had a car accident. I know. Rashana, Nandar, Hamina, and Raja, if she's here. Rashana, I think you're about here. Nandar is in the middle there.
And your glasses on. All right. 4.
And here we go. Thank you. Oh my goodness, they're beautiful. Thank you so much.
You guys want? Do you mind saying right next to you?
Oh, sure.
All right. Now the pictures. All right. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Get everything. Yeah, the baby go. Okay, another solid wall. Yeah, Jessica, Majid, Cornelia, Sonia, Marvin. If you're here. Hi, you're coming. Thank you. I don't have your glasses on. Marvin, you are. Thank you for coming. You're here, actually. All right. Yeah, I did. Cornelia, you are. Let's see. You're next to Majid. This is somewhere over here. This is Cornelia. You should be here. Sonia. There she is. Okay. And Marvin. All right, here we go. And a lot of people got haircuts since I painted them.
Yeah.
All right. Did these get changed? I have Sarah. I have Malak. I have Siaka. Josue. Simps. And Kende. Not yet. He did. Of course. And you're right here. Okay. And Sarah, are you here? Sarah's here. That's not. And you're at the very end down there. All right, here we go. I did. These are pearls. And then the last solid wall is Anna Gusti and Roman. There's Roman. Anna first and then Roman. You're at that end there. Okay, we're not done yet. Now I have the temporary walls. I think so. That's Highland. And then we're going this direction. Sorry. Here she is. Around this corner here. lot of haircuts since I painted these. So the first one is Yasser, Saudi Arabia. And April. And Estella. Adele and Erica. And Erica isn't here. This is 3D. You walk around it to see all the images. Adriana. Eva. And Adriana.
Thank you for coming.
Okay. Adriana.
So
This is Kat. She's in LA right now. I know that.
Sorry.
On this side, I have Palermo.
Two more. All right, that's it.
Samir.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, thank you so much.
At the table up here. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. Please enjoy the show. No, I think I'm just gonna walk around. Oh, it was crazy. I didn't know what to expect. So.
What's your name?
My name is Suin Roberts.
Would you like to tell us something about your painting?
Yeah, so this is in the left corner. It's my mom when she was around 19 years old. I was born and raised in Germany because my mother was a nurse in Korea. She just graduated from nursing school, and Germany, West Germany in the 1960s had a huge labor demand for nurses and miners. And she decided that she wanted to go to Germany and work for a few years, and which she did. She came over as a nurse, and she met my father, who had also decided to work in Germany as a guest worker, and he was a miner. They met and extended their contracts, and then they started a family and eventually naturalized. So I'm a second generation Korean German. But now I came here to study for my PhD in 2001. So I've been here since then, and I've naturalized since then. So I'm a Korean German American, so to speak. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My name's Jessica Ortiz.
Would you like to tell us something about your painting?
Sure. So my family's from Puerto Rico. I'm recently moved to Indiana, but my family's from Puerto Rico, and so what the artist captured here is the coqui, which is like a frog that's very native to Puerto Rico. And what's famous about the coqui is that it only survives in Puerto Rico, and at night it makes the most beautiful sound in the world. So they have the coqui there. There's the Puerto Rican flag, and then that's Puerto Rico in the background. And so she just captured different symbols of what I love so much about my family's culture. You're welcome. Thank you.
My name is Sayaka Gantz, and this painting here, it's me wearing my yukata, what I'm wearing right now. I'm a sculptor, so I'm holding my bird sculpture that I made in Turkey. And it says right here in Japanese, Chinese character and Japanese character, it says "utsukushii tori," which means beautiful bird. And the yukata is like a summer casual version of kimono from Japan. Even though it's casual version, it still takes me like an hour to wear this, so I almost never wear this. Most of my friends would recognize me wearing very casual work clothes because I'm a sculptor. So it's very nice to have something of me wearing this traditional Japanese costume because this is a side of me that most of my friends haven't seen.
Thank you. I love your dress.
Thank you so much.
From the Latino community here in Fort Wayne, and Fort Wayne has become my place. I love Fort Wayne. It has been a beautiful journey, and I am so excited that this is happening because I think diversity have to be applauded every single place that we go. So I think Hillary has done a terrific job, and thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for this interview. Would you like to tell us something about your painting?
What I want to say about my painting, I'm very thankful that she chose to paint 50 countries, and it really is meaningful to me. This dress that I'm wearing, my mom made it 22 years ago for me, and represent my country, represent the flowers that is from my country, and I'm very happy that she did that and make us together again as different countries. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My name is Majid. I'm from Yemen. I moved here 6 years ago, and then when I heard about this painting, I thought it's important to come and present my country, just because there isn't a lot of people here from there, and it's been kind of hard to find someone to connect with from my culture and background. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Painting, would you like to tell us about it?
Sure. So the face paint represents the Day of the Dead, which is a very important traditional celebration in my home country. And then the sculpture on the left represents, it's called Las Puertas de México, which means the doors to Mexico. So I lived in a border city, and there was a lot of people coming from the U.S. to Mexico through that city.
Thank you.
My name is Zamir.
Nice to meet you. Would you like to tell us something about your painting?
Oh, so Hillary asked me to basically, this is our traditional carpet. It's called shirdak. It's Kyrgyz national colors, basically. I'm wearing a kalpak. It's our traditional hat. Yeah, Hillary asked me to put it on. I typically don't wear them. Like it's for special occasions. We wear it on special occasions. So. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
My name is Yuleima Betancourt. The color of my dress is the flag of my country. My country is Venezuela. Yes. You're welcome.
Outfit that represents the Dominican. She had the jewelry on from the country as well. And she said that she would like to see some of the landscape of the Dominican Republic in the background of the painting. And so that's what that is in the background there. I wanted each painting to be more than just a face, but to at least talk a little bit to their country, or something that was significant for each person to be involved in it. So we collaborate about that, and this is what I created. She came in and we started it from life, and then I finished when they left. So she was in my studio about an hour, maybe hour and a half, and that's when we did everything. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's hard to hear.
Hi, what's your name?
I can't hear you.
okay.
Sorry.
What's her name?
Sonia Carras. Well, this picture, I'm from Fort Wayne here in town, but this is from Poland and Holland mixed together. My father was Polish, my mother was Dutch. That's where I was born, so I tried to incorporate both cultures in my picture. So that's the Delft blue from Holland there, and the tulips that are from Holland, and the headdress more from the Polish native dress, you know. So
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Minglava, my name is Nandar. The whole name is Myaji Nandar. I am very happy to be able to participate with Hillary Culture exhibition here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, for the Unity and Diversity exhibition program. Today I represent Burmese traditional dancing and art and costumes. So this is the costumes actually go back to the date of 19th century. So the crown actually, we will wear it when, Burmese girl, when they turn into 16. And we will be doing this ceremony for an ear piercing ceremony. That's the time that the young Burmese girl will wear. Yes. So actually, this is a long explanation, but long story short, I like to focus on my crown. Yes. So the crown actually, the top part of the crown actually is a representation of peacock. It's a women empowerment, and then the spine of the crown is basically it's a representation of the dragon. Okay, so it's a kind of like a Chinese concept of yin and yang, nice and beautiful, and at the same time powerful and strong. Yes, and then the entrance of the crown, it's the representative of a lot of temples in the 12th centuries back in Burma began. So basically, you're entering into the temple of wisdom. So I am very thankful that I am able to participate in this such a wonderful event, represent diversity here in Fort Wayne, and I thank you.